Welcome to the Chris Hanna Show, where business, as usual, gets a swift kick in the ass. If you're tired of the same old advice and ready to disrupt the status quo, you're in the right place. I'm cutting through the noise with bold strategies, unfiltered truths, and a no-nonsense approach to entrepreneurship, video marketing, and content creation. Buckle up, because it's time to level up, stand out, and dominate your market. This isn't just another podcast, it's a wake-up call for entrepreneurs and would-be aspiring solopreneurs who are all in. Let's get started. If you've been in business long enough, you know this feeling. 1 month, you feel unstoppable. Leads are coming in from everywhere. Momentum is high. Confidence locked in. You're feeling it. You're in the zone. Then what happens? Silence. No emails, no bookings, no urgency from prospects. Early on, that swing used to mess with my head badly. Now, it doesn't. It's part of business. Right? The first slow period feels like failure. You're doing something wrong. You're new. Feast or famine can feel personal. You don't think this is business. You think, man, I broke something. I did something wrong. I'm about to lose everything. The panic drives terrible decisions. You start discounting. You start overcommitting. You say yes to work that you shouldn't touch. And trust me, I've done it all. Volatility, though, isn't a sign that something's wrong. And I think that's something that most people don't understand until they've lived it. Volatility is normal, especially when you sell, in my case, higher ticket services. In my case, I work with decision makers. And in my case, my sales cycles aren't really impulse buys. Quiet doesn't mean dead. It just means maybe delayed. I used to mistake silence for rejection. And this is my biggest error, I think, early on. No response felt like a no. No urgency felt like disinterest. And no immediate win felt like a loss. That interpretation made me reactive. And reaction is how you weaken your positioning fast. Feast or famine punishes emotional decision makers. The swings don't hurt everyone equally. They destroy business owners who tie confidence to daily activity, who need constant validation, who rely on momentum to feel safe. And if your nervous system can't handle quiet, I think you'll sabotage yourself every time it shows up. Every slow period taught me the same lesson. And that lesson wasn't what you think, right? Most people are going to think, just market harder. The lesson was, stabilize emotionally. Because when I stayed calm, deals reopened, conversations resumed, opportunities surfaced. Often from places that I thought were dead. Panic never helped. Patience did. Long-term businesses are built by people who don't flinch. So here's what I've noticed. The people who last, they don't overreact to silence. They don't spike when things are good. They don't spiral when things are slow. They treat volatility like weather. You don't take it personally, but you prepare for it. Feast periods ultimately do lie to you, though, too. I don't think it gets talked about enough, to be honest. That feast periods can be dangerous. When things are busy, you convince yourself it's always going to feel this way. The pipeline is permanent, and you can relax. That's when people get sloppy. I know, because I've been there. That's when systems break. And that's where overconfidence creeps in. I think one of the best decisions I made was this. I stopped assuming the future was based on the last 2 weeks. Quiet weeks don't mean a collapse is near. Busy weeks don't mean stability. They mean nothing by themselves. Patterns matter, not moments. So here's what ultimately I think helped me ride the swings and really changed everything. It was clearer positioning. It was a strong personal brand. It was showing up with consistent visibility, not just online, but also to events and in person and speaking wherever I could. And the controlled environment of a studio also helps. Now, again, I'm not saying I'm completely eliminating all volatility. There has been definitely slow weeks and months that I've experienced. But by doing these things and being consistent, it softens the extremes, and that's really the goal. Because panic is very expensive when you're overreacting, when you're changing and shifting gears and stressing yourself and other people out. And panic, maybe it doesn't kill the business, but it does cost you. It costs you confidence and energy and clarity. You start making decisions out of fear rather than strategy. And most of the damage happens internally, not externally. But now, I trust the cycle. I think that's the huge difference. I don't assume that slow means broken. I don't assume that busy means safe. I trust the cycle. Every time I thought it would be quiet, and my wife always says this too, something shows up. Not always immediately, but predictably. That trust changes how you show up. This mindset made sales cleaner. Once I stopped panicking, I stopped chasing, I stopped discounting, I stopped explaining myself. I stopped saying yes to things, really, that I shouldn't have said yes to. And ironically, the right deals close faster. Desperation repels. Calm attracts. So feast or famine, it's not a flaw in your business. It's the tax you pay for not playing small. The goal isn't to eliminate volatility. It's about stopping it from controlling you. Quiet periods don't mean you're failing. They mean you're building something real. Panic is optional. And I think experience teaches you that.
All right, that's a wrap for today's Dose of Reality on the Chris Hanna Show. If you're fired up and ready to kick some serious ass, then I've done my job. But remember, knowledge without action is just wasted breath. So what are you going to do? Sit around and let opportunities pass you by? Or are you going to step up and take what's yours? The choice is yours, but don't expect sympathy if you choose the easy road. If you've got value from today's episode, smash that subscribe button, leave a review, or share it with somebody who needs a wake-up call. Don't keep this gold to yourself unless you're afraid of a little competition. Stay bold, stay hungry, and remember, always go all in. Until next time, this is Chris Hanna signing off. Now go out there and take what's yours